accounts and payments is another place that India leads, but there's a lot more that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is this digital public infrastructure. No country is more able to take government benefits and get them out efficiently and effectively to their citizens than India. You would have expected rich countries or others to do that, but in fact, they did not. And so that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just foundational. And as part of this visit, I'm now seeing how that foundation is being built out in agriculture with profiles of farmers to understand what they need and give them advice, built out with health records so that we can help people not only with infectious diseases, but the challenge that's coming in the future with the growth of the non-communicable diseases being a huge thing. And that digital public infrastructure will help us with these climate problems.
A digital public infrastructure. A digital public infrastructure. The digital ID, digital traceability, if you will. And you got this demon still trying to push, this madness. I mean, it's obvious, all right, what the future holds. So he's over there in India speaking to these people about a digital infrastructure. It says, Gates says a merge with biometric digital ID, bank accounts, and payment systems is needed to safely monitor people's health records, keeping tabs on farmers and tackling climate problems. Yeah, so, and as you see, China's rolling this out. Basically it goes back to the, it's going to lead to the mark of the beast. It's going to lead to that beast system in which is already being underway. I want to look up a few words right quick. But before that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to my power, the Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders who rule well, peace, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, this word monitor, right? I want to look up that word monitor. Let's do a copy. Let's go straight to the Edom Online. Monitor. A monitor. It says a senior pupil at a school. Keep in charge, keep in order. Yeah. An overseer. All right. A guide, a teacher, to remind, recollection, to tell, admonish, advise, warn, instruct, to teach. All right, and that's likened onto this this system. All right. They keep on saying you will own nothing and be happy. Where you listening to that statement like it sounds base at its best, but there's different avenues in there. There's all types of the ways, that you can own nothing and be happy. And what are they saying? What are they talking about, right? It says to remind, to make, think of. Basically, it's to monitor, to track you. That's the word that I'm looking for. It says one who or that which warns of faults or informs of duties. Yeah. Because up under this system, all right, you're going to be traced so that they can monitor your data, your grapho. Monitor your data, your grapho. Right? Grapho. Let me see if grapho in here. I don't think it is. I know I've seen it. I'll just go to let's go to Revelations real quick. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13, right? All right. Revelation chapter 13. And it says down here, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, free and, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now they're working on this technology as we speak. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, that technology, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, which is in the technology. Watch out for 666, right? Chi Stai Sigma. Let's go to the inner liner and see what this word mark means. And I'm trying to make a point here. So Strong's G
5480. Charagma.
Charagma. Thing carved, sculptured, graven work, a stamp and imprinted mark. Now when you stamp or you imprint something, that means you force it in. You put force into that. Right? Which goes into the other root word, right? It says a mark stamped on the foreheads of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. It says the mark branded upon horses. So you get the just badge of servitude. Serving who? This beast system. In order to eat, in order to buy, sell, in order to do anything. You know, they're going to start with this digital ID, this system, but it's eventually going to graduate, all right, into that RFID. As we believe, it says, so the root word of that, right, is karax, which goes into the needle, the instrument used to give you the mark.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
All right, so it says a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between the earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Basically, like building a tent, right? At the outside of the tent, you gotta force a stake basically to keep the tent from flying over in the wind, or you got to keep it stable. It says from carasso, to sharpen to a point. To sharpen to a point. You know what we think about that, right? We think about a needle. It says through the idea of scratching. A stake, palisade. So we know, all right, so that's the instrument. Let's go to the root word of that. And this is where all this information and data that they want. Traceability, that's another word, right? So this is the word.
Strong's G 1125. Grapho. grapho,
To write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate a form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. Definition 2, it says to write with reference to contents of writing. Basically all your data, to express in written characters. To commit to writing things not to be forgotten. Not to be forgotten. Yeah, you can lose your ID. You can lose your wallet, you can lose things like that, but if it's inside of you, then you can't lose it. Things not to be forgotten. To write down, to record. To record, man. To give information. To give information. So this device that they put inside you is going to be able to give you information. It's going to be able to receive information and give to the doctors or to your bank account or to the grocery store. It's going to give information. It's going to have everything that you are about, everything you've ever done, every website you ever visited. It's going to have it all on this device. And why, right? I'll tell you why. All right, let's go to another word and we'll close it out. Trace. I want the word traceability, but as you see, we can look up traceable, I guess. It says traceable, capable of being traced. Now, a bunch of jobs, they have this system set up to where they can track all the way years back as to who did this and what happened here in this situation. All right, and they use that information to revise paperwork, trainings, different documents, right? Different trainings and how they go about in the future. Yeah, so it said traceability right there. So they want to be able to track you, to trace your whatever's going on in your life. With the ICE situation, like if they had the chip, if they had this system out, that's why they're pushing all this, okay? They would be able to trace the immigrants. They would be able to trace the domestic T's. They would be able to track them. That's why they're bringing these different police stations or, they're graduating to different technology. They got drones and all these other things. It's all leading to this system. It's all leading to this traceability system, man. So they can track your every move, all of your data, all of your information, all of your grapho. What did it say? To record. It says things not to be forgotten. Things not to be forgotten. So that's basically it, man. Hey, don't take the chip. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. I'll close off with that. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. No, we're not ignorant of his devices. All right. So, hey, we living in that time, man. All right. A few more prophecies left. Obviously, the MOTB, Jacob's Trouble, World War III. There you go. Hey, Shalom.